Hey guys, DragonWolf here, DragonWolf Gaming. Welcome your faces back to Crusader Kings 3, playing the awesome A Game of Thrones mod. Just sit back and start your drink, keep it up, most importantly, have fun as we continue our adventure as Balon of House DragonWolf. He is an adventurer and he has been adventuring, because in the last episode, we explored the mountainous realm of the Vale, taking in all the sights, wonders and legends, and even travelled all the way to the furthest reaches of the known world and explored the Iron Islands. It protects the Vale from mountain clansmen and other would-be invaders. And then Falcon's Winter Nest apparently. Anyway, the Falcon's Winter Nest, the original home of House and the Gates of the Moon stand resolute, where a summer part. Why? I don't know what made them build this up here. They can only stay in this, when it's summer. Otherwise they die. It's freezing cold up here. So the Mother House of Maris. The Mother House of Maris was founded by one of the 7 speakers, Mother Maris. From there she taught many orphans and bastard daughters and witnessed the death of Lady Jane Eyre. Don't know who that is. I mean, she's obviously one of the Lord Paramounts, maybe, of the Vale. Or maybe she was a queen before that even happened. Court of the Merling Bride. Andals called her a sorceress, but those of House Upcliff and the first men of the Vale know Ursula Upcliff as the bride of the Merling King, who protected her island with not only sword and shield, but with the waves and torrents of her husband. Ooh, what? Did she marry the sea? Not flush with gold like the Westlands, it has allowed the house to enter to better use and develop the land around it. Okay, so it's not flush with gold, but I don't understand how they've made use of it. What buffs does it give? Yeah. Pink Spur. Refers to the migration from Essos to Westeros. The Andals introduced writing, steel weapons, and the Fifth of the 7 religions to Westeros. Fighting between Andals and the First Men lasted hundreds of years. But the Three Sisters, the devastating occupation of the islands by the Northmen, was a period in war across the water between the kings of House Stark and Arryn. And you would make a good man for me, she remarks, not taking her eyes off me for a moment. A shame I'll have to disappoint you. FL charges forward again, but this time I'm ready. A deft sidestep puts her off balance, and a hooked foot around hers has her toppling. Her face is a mixture of shock, amazement, and excitement as I offer my hand to pick her up, I guess. Oh, we're travelling onwards anyway. We just made landfall on the Harlow mining settlement. A small Leviathan port. That sounds cool. House Volmark has built its legacy upon hunting the great Leviathans that prowl the seas. Last light. The furthest west in the known world, Lonely Light stands as the last beacon before the dark unknown beyond the sunset sea. And Pike. Pike is an ancient castle. The cliffs Pike was built on have long since been eroded by the sea, and now the castle stands atop 3 islands and dozens of sea stacks. The great keep is home to the sea stone chair, the throne of the rulers of the Iron Islands, a position currently held by House Greyjoy. In this one, we hope to explore the Riverlands and the Westerlands at the very least. So do like, comment, subscribe below, hit that bell notification to get everything here on the channel. Of course, channel links down below for all of my dedicated social media, including, of course, all the DragonWolf channels, the entire mod list, and dragonwolf.co.uk, my website. Right then, let the adventure commence and continue. We are married as well. Our lovely wife here, who is absolutely phenomenal. She is our equal in almost every way. She's a wise woman, blade master, athletic, strong, formidable fighter, a traveler. Her stats are incredible. She's just incredible. So, how do we explore then? Which one do we need to travel to accept? Travel to accept would be this one. So improve ruler reputation. That one's the civilian one. Travel to accept. We will shoot at the child, but we'll customize the route afterwards. And we'll go to Pool Mall. Pool Guard, which is Maiden Pool. This battle here. We'll then travel to infamous and famous Harrenhal. Suppose it then makes sense for us to go up to the Twins. And we'll go back into the Riverlands. Guard. Old stones. Probably makes sense for us to go like that. So, bear market. Grave. Out to Inventory Hall. Is that still? No, they're not in the Riverlands. I believe this still is. Maybe. I think just about still in the Riverlands. That. So I guess we'll hit River Run afterwards. We'll drop down into there. Over here. Down to Stony Stepped. Hit there. Go to this famous place. And then return back here. We should probably also explore the rest of the Crownlands whilst we're at it. And extend this adventure just to explore the Crownlands. Go to our ancestral home of Dragonstone. High Tide. How long is this going to take us? Travel time. It says 3 days, but it's not telling us about the ending route, is it? Dawn Dance. And I think that's it. Yes. Look, we've got more. Oh, have we missed this bit out? Yeah, we have. So before we go to River Run, where is it? Right, let's go. I didn't know you could do this like this. I genuinely didn't know this was a tactic you could do just to go explore everything like that. It's brilliant. It makes for great gameplay because this is the most fun part for me playing Seagate 3 as an adventure, is just the absolute fun you can have exploring everything you can see and going to all the different points of interest and learning about history if you're playing, you know, base game, or the wonderful lore of a magical fantasy universe like Game of Thrones. Alright. Travel. Let's go. Alright, let's shoot at this child. So, are you the person we're tutoring? Okay. So, who are you related to? What makes you important? Maiden pool, right, okay. Okay, the Tranquil Gardens accommodate ample teaching opportunities. As I survey our surroundings, I quickly scout a smatter of vantage points that I could teach Marcella about. No sooner is the initial pleasantry gone when the child, for whatever reason, leans back and starts ignoring me, closing her eyes and pretending to fall asleep in the middle of my lecture. You attempt her curiosity about field postings. Got a better chance than that. No. Let's just do that. Okay, successful teaching. Wonderful. Is that it? Is that the contract? No. We still got more. Okay. Lessons in stewardship. As we reconvene, she tilts her head while I summarize the topic of the last session. Servants trot back and forth in the throne room. Looking around, I identify plenty of opportunities to improve the current organization. Something the child should be informed about. Casella, that's her name. Some of the children are running around in a makeshift game, drawing the attention of the girl. She runs up to them, joining the match before I can stop her. Who is she? My courtier, okay. Ready to assist. Okay, she says he's helpful. 89%, 67%. Okay, come on. Yes. Oh, a new dragon. Rehitis? Okay. We'll have to do that one, but A brief look of confusion passes Casala's face as she ponders where my assistant from our last session has gone. A train of villagers coming and going traverse the flat farmlands, and I immediately begin spotting the various dangerous angles from which we could be ambushed, something I should teach Casala about. The girl has seemingly hit a spot of playfulness as she obsessively pops in and out of hiding places trying to get away from me. Okay. Yes. Examia. Lord Elton attempts to suppress his giddiness. Well, your unconventional methods are seemingly very successful. Young Casilla is already showing signs of discerning thoughts and ideas. Angles of attack, social courteousness, economics, marvelous work. Thank you, and do let me know next time you're in the area. Alright, we'll add him to our roll of patrons in a successful contract. Now, oh, the travel didn't work? What the? No! Why did that work? Oh, crap, I didn't want to do, okay. Mediator in the pocket. So what are we doing here? Job is done when it's done. Don't want the stress. We do this one. Okay, I have no idea what that contract was, but we won. We did it. Pregnancy. Yes, make an offering to the mother. Right, that's good. Is there anything that can add money? Just that. If I go up to, okay, that adds us more money. We're kind of broke now. Okay, so hired muscle. Able to accept. I don't know why our exploration didn't go through. We'll try that again. Alright, so we'll go down here first. Then there. Then there. Then here. High heart. I think I've gone a bit too far there. This place. Run. There. Here. Old grave. Old stones. Guard. Here. Wrapping around the twins, we shall come down to Harrenhal. Or sauntering over to there. This is not the most efficient path whatsoever, but I don't care. Whispers. Crab's return. Here. Here. There. Here. And lastly, it's Stone Dance. That should force us to visit all the places I want to visit. Off on a jolly we are. Right. Mercenary hired. Clear those notifications. What are we going through first? Not hit anywhere important yet? Oh, we're hitting this place up. So, Atranta? The seat of the credit House Vance. Atranta has long been a beacon. Antranta has long been a beacon of the faithful and caught between the realms of the Rock, Reach, Storm, and River Kings. Wow. Damn. Rock? Who are the Rock Kings? Oh, Westerlands. Reach. That's the, well, the Reach. Stormlands, and then... Okay. So it's been a point of contention between these kingdoms. Why are the Stormlands getting involved up there? Okay. Got some martial experience for visiting there. Now where else have we been? I feel like I've missed something here. How come I didn't... Doesn't seem to have triggered that properly. Oh, I've just not got there. Visit the location of the Field of Fire. Oh, this is dropped in a DRAGONLORE event. The grass has long since regrown after Aegon and his sister, sister wives, scorched it during the conquest, yet the plains still have an air of mortality about them. Thousands of men died here, immolted by dragon fire. House Gartner went extinct on these fields, and House Lannister bent the knee not long after. The battle was the only time all three conquerors fought together. All three dragons fought as one. The battle was a true reflection of a dragon's power, utilized by three individuals, upstarts from an island who became the most powerful people in the Seven Kingdoms, if not the world. Dragon fire. A power we will harness hopefully in this series. One herb for you, okay. The impressive defensive structures at the peak of Atranta. I could just, it just doesn't feel right on the tongue. I feel like I'm saying it wrong. Is quite something. As I wander along the outer perimeter, I notice a peculiar person in the distance. She appears to be mumbling to herself, all the while stopping to crouch and collect what appears to be herbs of various kinds. It's almost as if she's talking to the herbs. I approach her carefully and she looks up various herbs displaying in her palm. I notice the spark of curiosity behind her eyes, promising an unspoken question. Can I become a herbalist? No. Damn. Okay. Visited the Square of Leaping Trout. The central thoroughfare of Stony Sept. The square is known for its fountain and its leaping trout. Where is that? Okay, it's not showing me on there. It's this bit. It has everything a traveller could want, from goods and services, including peaches. What? Including I don't understand. Is that meant? That's got to be some sort of reference to something in Game of Thrones, but I don't get it. Let me know down below if you know what the heck that's on about. Why was that in brackets? My head moans Tristan as he rides alongside me. I raise an eyebrow in a silent inquiry at the man's exclamation. In response, Tristan slumps down across his horse, whimpering and clutching at his temples. Ah, hungover are we? Well, we'll slow down for him. 3 months? That's funny. Sometimes the events in CK3 don't make sense. How can you be hungover for 3 months? How? Oh dear. Visit the Warlord's Keep. What's this? I assume it's this. Wayfarer's Rest was built by Armist Advance, used as a stronghold during the Andal attacks on the Westerlands. To this day, the Lords of Wayfarer's Rest maintain a large personal guard established by the ancient warlord. Okay. Are you House Vance? You are. So they were once part of the Westerlands with that. Okay. Now, if I remember my history right, it's because the Westerlands used to be all the way up to here, and Harrenhal was a kingdom of itself, all the way from here to here. obviously the conquest happened and it broke all that. Anywho, what's next? Visited the Felled Grove. Oh yes, where they cut down the weirwood trees. Where is that? Where is it? Oh, it's over here. When the Andals came upon the High Heart, they felled all of the demon trees, ending the influence of the old gods in the Riverlands. Yes. All that remains is the God's Eye. River Run. The castle of River Run is not particularly large, but does have a strategic position at the confluence of the Tumblestone River and the Red Fork. The rivers surround 2 of the 3 sides of the castle, and the third is protected by a wide ditch that can be flooded and leave the castle an island. Pretty cool. But first, we visit the Battle of Steelhead site, which can't look like that because it's a battle. To kind of hover over it like this. 2 sides clashed at Steelhead, one led by Lord Willem and the other by Lord Royce. A key moment in the battle was when the Riverlander archers, led by Lord Lamond of Cape of Eagles, managed to navigate around the enemy and destroy the opposing army. Amidst the chaos, Lord Royce managed to flee together with his closest retainers. Okay. Raven's March site, which is where? Where's that one? Oh no, it is this one, but it's not. Odd. Might have to hover over that one as well. Lord Paramount Grover launched a daunting offensive on the army of Lord Estienne. The battle was decided when a regiment of Riverland heavy infantry led by Yosman pushed through the enemy lines, shattering the morale of the opponents and capturing Lord Estienne. The Great Dead Weirwood. At the heart of Ravenhall is a great weirwood tree, long dead, said to have been poisoned by the brackens in ages past. It is home to a great treachery of ravens, which gives the castle its name. Treachery of ravens. Okay, some history there. This is the location at the end of Muds. The second great kingdom and of the first men to fall in the Andals was that of rivers and hills. Kings of the House Mud fought violently and heroically, but even the famed Hammer of Justice, Christopher IV, would fall in his 100th battle, with the house not long surviving him. Alright. I could get a chance to be one-legged. Oh, that's not good. But we have to do it because otherwise we get 62 stress. Oh, chop the wood. What happened? Okay, stress decreased, but we did get sore muscles. Okay. Ruins of Old Stone. The ruins of the castle of the Mud King still remain. They are old, and some say they are haunted. Okay. And then we're going up to the Booming Tower. Seaguard has stood against the Iron Men and their assaults for untold millennia. In the end, the Booming Tower was constructed. Its sound can be heard for miles and miles. Oh, courtship. Visited the Twins. The Twins of a Crossing is a seat of House Frey, aptly named in both cases. The castle is defined by a pair of twin keeps on opposite sides of the Green Fork. A large stone bridge connecting the two is well fortified, with moats surrounding each of the keeps, turning both into islands sitting within the river. It's so cool how they managed to get that across there. It would have been better if they had it as 2 separate castles personally. Kind of like if you've ever played Realms in Exile, the Lord of the Rings one, how they've got Osgiliath as two sides, west and east. Could have done that with the twins, but I think it's okay this way as well. Paying provisions rather than money. Another wanderer trait. Good, good, good. Far and wide of the people. Knowing the land, navigating the wilds. Which one's the one that lets me... Is this one? No. This one, tutoring trip. I want that one. That'll be very good for whatever child we have. Hopefully our son. Women don't do well in Game of Thrones. Unfortunately. Right. Harrenhal. The stories of Harrenhal do not do it justice, I believe. No occupant has dared to take the challenge of rebuilding the once grand castle. Instead, it lies in ruin. It is far bigger than any castle I've set foot in. Even the Red Keep can't compare. The once great towers have been cracked and bent by dragonfire long before my arrival. Harren the Black had faith in these walls, and his line ended within them. The castle serves a reminder that the dragon should not be challenged. He was a fool to bend the knee. The crowning of Teagues. What the heck is the crowning of Teagues? This bit in it. The last great river kings were the House of Teague, infamous both inside and outside the realm. They secured their crown for raiding the Westerlands and were crowned at Maidenpool. Visited Jonquil's pool across the Seven Kingdoms and beyond. The love story of Florian and Jonquil is told, and here lies the pool from which Florian first laid eyes upon his love. Okay. Jonquil's pool. Maidenpool was home to the famed Jonquil the Maid and her hero Florian the Fool. Due to this, it has seen pilgrims come from all across Westeros. Okay. I thought there was like 3 things he had to see. I can't remember. Pool more. I think that was another one we need to look at. Pool more. There's pool. Oh, okay. It's kind of like the same sort of love story thing. Right, back into the Crownlands. And journeying to its northern edge. The Whispers. An ancient castle now consumed by the Godswood. Some say the whispers of Sir Clarence's victims can still be heard, especially upon the decapitated walls where the heads once stood upon pikes. Who is Sir Clarence and victims? That sounds like a serial killer or something, man. Crab Treasure's Cove, while Claw Isle is not as well situated as Driftmark and Dragonstone, House Celtigar, son of a gun. House Celtigar has long sought to protect and grow its economic power, often at the expense of neighbouring cracked claws, and thus they have made a great treasury. What the heck does that mean? Don't know. Dragonstone. As I wander the tunnels of the Dragonmount, I struggle to comprehend the size of them. Dragons have nested here for centuries, and yet here I am. Oh, right, I was going to say I got an egg. Anyway, I enter what must be the hatcheries. I would have investigated further had I not toppled over a pile of scrolls. Upon closer inspection, I'm slightly dismayed to find that most of them are unreadable. But one is, it details how the island's dragon keepers nurtured the eggs until they hatched. Nice. Okay, first we visit the Hall of Tides. When House Valyrian moved their seat, they spared no expense. Roofs of beaten silver, tall towers, and a hall as grand as any in the realm. None can doubt the prosperity of Driftmark and its masters upon seeing it. Port of the Sea Stake. Under Corlys Valyrian, the port of Spicetown came to surpass Duskendale and all other ports of the Blackwater Bay, barring King's Landing. Ships from all across Westeros, the Free Cities, and even the Jade Gates can be found here. Gates. I am assuming that's the lands over here. Coming from these rivers and stuff. I wonder when, if ever they'll add all of Essos in. It'd be a one hell of a game at that point. You'd just be like, you've got your pick of what culture you want to be, how you want to conquer. It'd be great. Anyway, where are we? We're over here still. Castle Driftmark. The Merlin King's Pact. Okay. When the forebearers of House Valyrian first arrived in Westeros, they had nothing, no name, no lands, no fortune. Yet the Merlin King saw their greatness and made a pact with them, bestowing upon them the Driftwood Throne, the Isle of Driftmark, and the title of Lord of Tides. From this pact, House Valyrian has grown to become one of the greatest houses of Valyrian descent in Westeros, second only to the Dragon Lords themselves. Okay, fair enough, that makes sense. Another dragon enters the world. Princess Elena Targaryen as Zeragon. Sounds like dragon but with a Z. Zeragon. Or the dragon. Milk Eye's Pot. Justin Macy, known as Milk Eye, was an infamous pirate king who fought off the Duradon Storm Kings and raided any trade along the Narrow Sea and Blackwater Bay. Wow. Piracy. Right, well, we return back to King's Landing for oh, no, you're a terrible goat. We return back to King's Landing for a small bit before heading on to our contract, I believe. Back through Harrenhal. Hired Muscle, remember. Let's get on with the task. What's that? Okay, we do have 100%. Just gotta wait for it to get up there. But there's war in the Riverlands. There's always war in the Riverlands. Right, I want Heart of the Family so we can get the Groom to Rule trait eventually. A daughter! Naheris. Naheris? Yeah, Naheris DragonWolf. That's a cool name, I like that. Naheris DragonWolf. She's Hale. She's of the faith, of the culture. She's wonderful. May you go strong and wise, daughter. What is our law of succession? Like, is she going to be our heir no matter what, even if I do have a son? I just want to know how that works. Realm. Succession. Camp succession. Given to your oldest child. So I think she will be the heir? Or will it... Designate heir. The child. Don't know. Player heir. Don't know. I don't know. I'm unsure. I'm unsure how that works. Okie dokie. Wait for that to finish off. Complication. What? This always happens with like Valyrian culture stuff, man. I don't know. Reduced fertility, melancholic. She had complications during birth, which isn't good. Might only have one child. Right, it's at 100, but wait for it to get to 10. Oh, also need to do this. Some more money. Furniture fatal. What? It often amuses me how, like my townsfolk, are a colony of bees, bumbling in their business, travelling to and fro with urgency that must seem so significant to their slight status. Even today, the streets are bustling with workers, brewers and bakers, beggars and butchers. Even the town itself seems alive, new buildings being built, furnishings in transit to their new homes. Just ahead of my entourage, I see a large heap being hoisted by a pulley to the third story of a house, surely that of some wealthy merchant. The street itself is nearly blocked by the workers, but no one would dare stop a ruler from passing by. I step briskly past the taut ropes, lifting the instruments when I hear a sudden snap, followed by shouts and screams in quick succession. The falling household pieces shattered against the ground, crushing a poor worker in its wake. I can only say to the stranger, not today. Oh. Okay. Did someone just try and kill me, or was that just accidental? I don't see why anyone would want to kill me, but successfully achieved that one. Nope. Okay. Right. I suppose we must travel to Westerlands next. First we're going to the castle and see what's what. No. Nope. Yep, do that. I'll get another another dude in. Why not? Head back. What is that? Like epic music playing? We should mingle with local cultures at the tavern. What's the hooded figure? 100 for you. I mean, you are good, but he wouldn't. I don't think we'll succeed in that, but we're gonna try. Yeah. I didn't want to pay the 100, so I wanted to try that. Yeah, story or two. Oh, mouse is jumping around a bit. Yep. Exotic learning for 3 months. Okay. You know what we need to do? We're going to get provisions, so. Yay, 605. How can we get some from here as well? That's expensive. Try and intimidate? Damn. Oh, well, we failed that one. Alright, organization, criminals, just a car, we'll do that one. Get some more contracts done, which are where? Oh. I thought... Did that not work? Huh. Well, you know these missions, they never tell me where I'm traveling to. Unless I'm blind, I don't... It's not telling me where I'm traveling to. A whole camp. Oh. How much would this cost? It's not too bad. Oh, apparently I've not been to Fair Market. So we went through there, but okay. Alright, job done. Where's he going? Going down there. Can we use this as an opportunity, perhaps, to explore the Westerlands? How big are the Westlands? I can't actually remember. I think they go all the way down here. I think. I'm unsure. Not telling me either. I don't know if that's... Oh, we'll go to Catholic Rock. Alliance Harbour. Alliance Port. That place. Cornfield. Crack Hall. Old Moat. Old Oak. I don't think this might be in the Reach, but we'll hit it just because I don't know. The Reach is a massive place, so this all could be the Reach up to this point, for all I know. We're on a bit of a journey here, aren't we? I think that's all the points. Yep. We're all glowing. I'm going to the mall. Alright. Start the travel. Let's go. Into the Westerlands. Going on a trip. Alright, what do we just pass? The Keep of the Hooded King. The Bane Fort, home of the ancient Hooded King and his necromancer kin, have fought the Iron Men for centuries. Hold on, necromancers in Westeros? I thought that's the type of shit you'd see from a Shire or something. Alright, we've got touring trip, that's good. The Crag. Small oil. Maybe that's not a place of interest. Is this one? Yeah. The Mines of Castamere. Oh, 17 a month! The wealth of the Westerlands is insane. Castamere may appear to be a minor castle, but the rains have expanded deep below the earth. Under the ground, the mines extend deep and strong. Holy shit, McGee. Oh, I don't know, you know. It's like Harrenhal. I'm thinking like, because I've got a mod on called No Duchy Limit, so I don't have to worry about the limits of how many duchies I have affecting thingy. I'm thinking like, obviously we want the Red Keep, we want this duchy. Harrenhal would be nice to control for ourselves. Obviously we want the north, but it's like, I smell gold. Dragons like gold. That could be a interesting thing, but the problem with that is, whilst Harrenhal is separate to the Riverlands now anyway, so taking the Duchy of Harrenhal into the Crownlands isn't too bad. I don't think we could do just randomly take like Castamere or God forbid Castamere. We still want our Lord Paramounts, so I don't think we'd do that. I think having the North and the Crownlands is already two of the Lord Paramounts is taken away. We could try and create the Lord Paramouncy of Oldstone, because that's a thing you can do with the mods in Game of Thrones. Re-establish the Kingdom of Oldstone and break that away from the Reach and just cut the Reach in half. Make them a bit weaker. Because Reach has... Oh, look, I have gone into the Reach. All this is the Reach. I didn't even realise. The Westlands is only this. That's the... Look, this Reach is stupid big. I think it's because these guys... High Garden. No, because which house is this? It's House Tyrell. Gartner was the house of... I don't understand how they managed... Why they let the Reach be so big. Like, the Reach is as big as... Almost as big as the North, but far densely populated. Its army is massive. I don't understand why they did that. Personally, I would never have let this kingdom be this big. It's huge. Right, anyway, we're going into the Reach apparently, by accident. We can customize the route and stop us going into the Reach, can't we? Where all this is the Reach, isn't it? Yeah. So we'll probably just customize that and stop ourselves from doing so. save that for next time. So, cold mount. Get that. Old rock. This one. Haven. Yeah, we'll just do that. Bye. The mines of Castamere. Loads of it. Oh, got perk in stewardship on the road. Yep, I'll take that. Travel speed. How old are we now? 27, 29. Farm and docks. Oh, we're going a bit far. I've missed a few places, so where did we go? We went there, Castamere, here. Farm and docks. The Farmans have long been a notable naval power in the Westerlands, loyally serving House Lannister against the detested Iron Men and other would-be pirates. Alright, and then we've got Landsport Watchtower. Beast fires have long served as an early warning for Lannisport and the southern Westlands against the Iron Man raids, its tower lighting at the sight of their longships. Okay. And then we're into Casterly Rock itself, the infamous. Look at it. Look at the rock. Look at the rock. Just epic. What a castle. Like, it's the most impregnable castle in Game of Thrones. You cannot get into the rock normally. Like, Riverrun has... Where's Riverrun? I've lost my bearings here. Riverrun's a pretty castle. It's probably one of the prettiest. Like, look at it. Very pretty. Very pretty. But that's all it is. It's a pretty little thing. That's a serious monster. Right. Let's read about Castle Rock. Because again, 17 a month. Wealth is insane. Said to be 3 times the height of the wall. My god. The massive Castle Rock is a source of House Lannister's wealth and power. The mountain is home to an abundant supply of gold, and thousands of years of mining have filled the rock with tunnels that now form hallways, rooms and courtyards in one of the largest castles in Westeros. Yeah, that's just ridiculous. Like, if I was to build a castle, this is how I would build it. Build it into the stone. Oh man, that's so cool. Anyway, where are we? Lannis Keep. Lion's Dock. The docks of Lannis Port, while not as big as those of Volantis or as secure as Bravos, attract ships from across the world. Legends of the gold of Castle Rock are known. From Ashai to Ib, the merchants will always seek out gold. Then you got Land Sept. The Sept of Lannisport, commonly called Land Sept due to the erroneous belief by the small folk that it was built by Land the Clever, is one of the great septs of the realm. Its size and grandeur are third to the Great Sept and the Starry Septs. Okay. The Starry Sept is down here, isn't it? Am I correct? Yeah, that one. That's quite pretty. The unique models in this mod are just... Mwah. Chef's kiss. Top notch. Unbelievable. Great work. Alright, now where have I gone to? The Midge Inn. Along the Gold Road near Hartfield Hall lies an inn simply called Midge Inn. No record remains of who Midge was, but it being called that for centuries, with many believing it was made by someone who sought to own inns across all the 7 kingdoms. Is that what? I don't know. The lore behind that completely goes over my head. I'm only a TV watcher, okay, and occasionally I'll watch the TikToks about some explanations of some of the lore of Game of Thrones and the world of A Song of Ice and Fire. But other than that, certain things like that obscure lore go straight over my head. No idea. The Greenfields. Cornfield has long been the breadbasket of the Westerlands, with its lush and bountiful harvests going to support Lannisport and the Rock. Okay. Nope. Ball fields of Crick. Hold, like, the Westerland, I don't think I've done a run where I've played in the Westerlands, and I think that needs to happen because the gold is just nuts. I mean, it's wealth galore, food and wealth galore. Craig, the boar killer, earned his epithet by building his castle near vast fields that were swarmed by great boars. The knights and men of the Craig Hall regularly hunt these great beasts, training their horses in the hunt as well. Cavalry, oh my goodness gracious me. I just want to own every single unique building in this though. That would be the danger because that's what I'd want to own, everything. Just to be super wealthy, great cavalry, riding out from the Westerlands to crush the foes of, well, myself. We might have to do that. Might have to do a Westerlands run at some point. That is just, this is just so cool. There's just so much wealth around here. The green fields. No, I've already done that. We're a bit ahead, aren't we? Oh right, yeah. Hold on. My character's here, but also it's weird. I'm lagging behind. Right. I'm going up here. La da da da. I've hit the deep den. The Linds have long controlled one of the key ways into the Westlands, and to protect this crucial route, their castle expanded both above and below the ground. The Linds have carved many tunnels, rooms, and holdouts beneath the castle proper. If you didn't know any better, you could say the Westlands are full of dwarves. Like, mining, rock castles, like, they're just dwarves, aren't they? That's what George R. Martin was going for when he made Tyrion's character. It was like, you know what? These lot live in castles that are built into the rock and they tunnel underground and they like to mine. They're just dwarves. Let's just make a dwarf. That's what he was going for, really. Oh, it's too fun. Visited Hornvale. Look at this, 15% income. What is this? Just wealth. Everyone in this place is rich. I'm taxing the shit out of the Westerlands. I tell you. They're getting hiked taxes. They're filthy rich. Oh my days. Anyway. The source of the Red Fork for Hornvale is rich in iron, which is what gives the waters their red hue. Fair enough. Yeah, makes sense. Tracks. And then Gold Tooth, I guess more mines, the mines of the Tooth. As the settlement grows, more and more ore is being extracted. The influence of competent engineers allows for the construction of an actual mine. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you can marry each other if you wish. Who am I to stop love? Should head back to camp. Our contract is finished. Wow, that was quite the tour. I've never toured. I don't think I've toured the Westlands and paid attention to it properly because I didn't realize just how wealthy they were. These guys are filthy, stinking rich. Like, what the hell? How much money did they make in a turn? I think you can sometimes see that if you look at. No, you can sometimes see the wealth income. How the hell are you? How? Oh, they're at war, that's why. That's how. No. Wait, who are they fighting though? Who's the enemy? No, but still, how are they poor? Don't quite know that one. Don't know how it. I do not know how on earth they're poor. Minus. I don't understand how they're getting minus. Everyone's rich. Their taxes should be flowing in. They've got their own. Like, they're making 17 base. Just without any other thing. 17 base just from the Castle Rock. How they broke, I don't know. Poor management there. Maybe I should come in and take over. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, we've toured the Riverlands, learnt Dragonlore at Harrenhal, the Fields of Fire, and Dragonstone. We've completed some exploration of the Crownlands and learned of wealth and riches beneath the earth in the Westerlands. Balon grows ever wiser. Recruit as a spy. Okay, go on then. Go, you can do that in this game. Spies tell you secrets. I'm also going to start a romance against her. Let's see if we can get this romance done before we end the episode, actually. Win a sparring match, she likes that. There you go, lassie. Have it. Look at the muscles. Let's visit the castle holding whilst we're doing this as well. To join our camp, there's plenty of freedom. No. Skill improved. Nice. No one's worth it here. Nope. Wouldn't mind hearing a story or two. Alright, so who's up for recruitment? Old people that I don't want. Supplies. It's expensive to buy these supplies, you know. Oh, clumsy me. Oops. That didn't work out either. Right, traveling treasure map. Would be interesting. You gain provisions, okay. Travel with camp. Costs more provision. I don't know where the treasure map is going. Of course it's going through here. Well, in the next episode then, as the romance goes on, we will be traveling through the Reach then, because all of this is where the treasure is. So we're going treasure hunting. We're going to go through the Reach to do so. Wild dragons over there. That's all. I was like, no way I've missed a point of interest. It's just a wild dragon. New points of interest do generate on the map, by the way. Something if you're not aware of in CK3. Like if you mainly from battles. I don't think you can generate your own like cool buildings, which would be cool if they did that again. But if you were to win like epic battles and stuff, it will start popping up as points of interest on the map. And obviously, when you go to a new character, all these ticks will disappear, and you can revisit things and get the buffs and bonuses. That'd be cool. Can I do the tutoring trip? I can do the tutoring trip. Alright. Customize route. Well, you know what? I'll do this in off camera. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe below. Hit that bell notification to keep up to date everything here on this channel as our adventure as Balon of House DragonWolf continues. Of course, check links down below for all dedicated social media, including, of course, dragonwolf.co.uk, my website, and all of the other DragonWolf channels here on YouTube. Don't forget, the entire mod list is also linked down below in the order I have them, top to bottom. Till next one, I love you and leave you. Stay safe, continue to be awesome. Don't get greedy and go off to Westlands. It's tempting, but you know, stay home. And until the next one, ciao for now. Peace.